Hi, I'm Sean Dixon with NaturalHitting.com, and today's lesson is about weight shift. Where is the weight of the body? How do we think about shifting the weight of the body? These are some of the things I would like to answer for you so you better understand your body and moving your body. First of all, in baseball, most of us believe that you have to shift your weight back and then shift your weight forward. And it's not about just shift back and shift forward, but a lot of the swing has to do with shifting our weight around from one foot to the other foot. That's how we produce power. And also we get rotation in there also, but we're not discussing all about hitting right here. We're discussing weight. What is the biggest part of the body? The biggest part of my body is what? My torso. This whole torso from the bottom of my pelvis to the top of my shoulders is the biggest part of your body and my body. Did you know that the legs and arms only count for 30% of the body's weight? That's right. If I was to cut my legs off and cut both arms off and take my legs and arms and sit them on a scale, they would only weigh about 60 pounds, 30% of my weight. So that means I weigh how much? 200 pounds. That's right. So that means my torso from the bottom of the pelvis to the top of my shoulders weighs 140 pounds. So 140 pounds here, legs and arms over there, 60 pounds. This is the biggest weight. Okay, now that we understand our body and our body's weight, let's understand moving our body, using our body to create weight shift. Now, most of us get in a regular stance, and whatever your stance is, we'll stand here basically in the middle between 2 feet, so the weight is in the middle and it's evenly distributed to both feet. Some of us like to go ahead and shift our weight back and stand here in our stance. But I'm just going to describe this stance here. I'm in the middle here. I have even weight on both feet. To shift my body or to shift the weight back, most people believe that you think about shifting your weight back using your legs. And they feel and think about weight as what they feel on their feet. They never think about the torso. So I'm going to think about weight. I feel weight on my feet. I want to shift the weight back. So I'm going to move my body back here or shift the weight back. So now I don't feel hardly any weight on the front foot and I feel all the weight on the back foot. That's what most of us teach when we teach weight shift. Getting the weight off of the front foot and putting it all to the back foot. Now, when a player does this, most of them are doing shifting their weight by using their front leg. They are using their front leg to push their body back or to push the weight off of that foot. Now I have all the weight on the back foot. Now, the rest of the swing goes from here. We're going to take our stride here, pick the foot up, take a stride. Some of the weight kind of fell forward, right? And now we're going to shift the weight forward. So we're going to take the back leg now, and we're going to push the weight off of this back foot. We're going to push it off of that back foot, and some of us will even push it and turn it off of the back foot. So we can push, or we can push and turn off of the back foot and cause a rotation. But we're trying to get the weight off of the back foot now and shifting our weight forward. Now, what I just described to you is working your legs to move 140 pounds. So I'm going to work 30 pounds of muscle down here to move 140 pounds. But the 140 pounds up here is not doing any work. And that's where most average athletes are. They are moving their torso around with their legs. Now, so that's understanding shifting our weight and where the weight is in the body. In natural hitting, the elite hitters in the major leagues, and just about all the major league hitters, when they are hitting good, they are moving their body, their weight back and their weight forward. They're taking their weight and turning their weight, but they are doing it in a different way. They are not doing it working their legs. They are working the 140 pounds. They are working this part of the body to move this part of the body back. They are working this part of the body to move the torso forward. They are working here, not just the legs. Now, they do work the legs, but their legs are working with the torso, not the torso doing nothing. This is kind of the way I like to look at it. Most people do not use and work the core or the torso muscles. That's like saying that they have a sack of dog food, like a 100-pound sack of dog food, just sitting on top of two legs. Now, if you've ever pictured a huge sack of dog food, 100-pound sack, sitting right here in place of my torso, and I'm going to take this 100-pound sack of dog food and move it around. Well, how am I going to move a 100-pound sack of dog food around with my legs? My legs are going to push my sack of dog food around. It's going to push and turn my sack of dog food. But the sack of dog food does it have any muscles in a sack of dog food? No. It's a non-living, dead thing. But most people's torso is the same way. We need our torso to be working instead of dead like a sack of dog food. If I have a torso that is working and vibrant and alive and muscularly connected to the legs, then I can work the torso to move back and work the torso to move forward, and that is going to help my legs. That is going to help and engage over 60% of my body's weight and muscle mass in my swing. Now, I hope this helps you just a little bit about weight shift and understanding weight shift. Most people think I am pushing a sack of dog food back, I feel the weight on the feet. I push the sack of dog food forward, I feel the weight on the feet. But we are thinking about weight as being what's on our feet, not about what is actually the weight of the body, our torso. I hope this helps. Please join me on the next YouTube clip on natural movement, and let's learn a little bit about what naturalhitting.com teaches.